GameFAQs message. The board terms of use. The last updated in December 12, 2011. The service website and the community tools featured here are brought to you by GameFAQs, a division of CBS Interactive. In addition to the general terms of use, applicable to your use of any CBS Interactive site, the following additional terms of use will apply to your use of the service. Your continued use of the service constitutes your binding access of these additional terms of use. The CBS Interactive terms of use. CBS Interactive privacy policy on any modification is made clear to GameFAQs additional terms of use. 1. Some general rules. We reserve the right to remove at any time and without notice any content from the service. You must read and follow the board on any form rules. Thread at the top of each form in which you post from using appropriate language, including language that may look, sound like, stand for, abbreviate, or insinuate profane speech, including but not limited to racial, ethnic, or religious slurs, illegal drugs, controlled substances, or illegal activities. You must be at least 13 years old to register for the service. What do we do? Not knowingly collect any information from any users under 13 years of age. And if it is found that an underage user is fraudulently registered, their account will be blocked from using the site. Any further cheating of any kind, including by exploiting any or character, is expressly prohibited. This includes exploiting any deficiencies in our code, or design, or in the code, or design of any third-party product or service used in connection with the service to gain an unfair advantage, or to gain an earned or unauthorized access or abilities, not clearly intended by the product. It's designed to communicate information about such activities to others who will also be considered cheating. We reserve the right to contact your NIS regarding any inappropriate activities by you on the service. Your subscription to the service is intended for your individual and personal use. Only you may not share a license, sub-lease, powers pass on, or in any other way an attempt to share, extend, or monetize your access to the service. We reserve the right to immediately terminate or suspend anyone who fails to abide by these additional terms of use. The decision to suspend or terminate accounts will be made at the sole discretion of the site administrators. All account terminations are final to protection of your password. Unauthorized access. Users are solely responsible for protecting their accounts from access by others. You are strongly encouraged to select hard to guess password and not reuse that password on any other sites where it may be read by the owners or administrators that site accessing or attempting to access any user account not belonging to you without permission is prohibited. Accessing another user's account in this manner is ground for a permanent ban of all accounts from the site. 3. Registration requirements in order to post messages on our message boards. View boards with level restrictions on use. Other advanced services, you must register using a valid email address and follow all required registration confirmation procedures. And no posting privileges will be granted until the account is fully activated. 4. Community rules. The following conduct is not allowed on the service unless otherwise. The decision to moderate. Such conduct will be made at the sole discretion of the site moderator tourism at interest trade tourism advertising messages or links to materials that clearly advertises a service or product are not allowed. This includes but is not limited to the selling of in-game characters, items, or other forms of currency if expressly prohibited in the game terms of use. Market hardware, drugs, pyramid schemes make money, fast scams, or any based free marketing sites. Illegal activity communications that violate or incite others to violate the law are not allowed. This includes but is not limited to asking for or providing illegal copies of copyright software methods of circumventing copyright protection or illegal copies of all types of media acts of wage earning money or items of materials of value on an uncertain outcome with the intent of winning additional money or materials from goods is strictly prohibited. Offense of materials users may not transmit or encourage others to transmit materials or links to content considered patently offensive in nature. This includes but is not limited to using vulgar or sexually explicit language in reference to race, religion, sexual orientation, culture, ethnicity, disabilities, nationality, or gender as means of incidental violent materials using threatening, harassing, defamatory or hate speech or this language when posting, requesting, linking to, or otherwise sharing materials considered pornographic, obscene, graphic, or hate speech. Failing to abide by other warnings that materials or terms are offensive or prohibited as violation, flooding, invading, disruptive behavior that disrupts the service for other users, intentional or not is prohibited. This includes but is not limited to messages or topic titles that force browsers to scroll or is on totally large black or content free messages, posting misleading or disruptive links, posting identical or near identical messages or topics or nonsensical messages in a single or multiple topics. Flooding the board was a group with topics or messages instigating, participating in or retaliating in an invasion of a message. The board or any other online service announcing or inciting war or any conflict with the regular members of another. The board posting a link to a third party site where an invasion is even remotely likely will be considered an invasion. Plot spoilers, posting critical plot details about games, the movies, time delayed broadcast events or other media in the title of the topic or in a message without clear notice is prohibited. The decision to moderate such content will be made at the sole discretion of the site administrators impersonating other users by creating one or using a user account with a name clearly intended to impersonate, mock, or antagonize another user, copying another user's profile information or the signature or otherwise falsely claiming to be another member is strictly prohibited. Harassment, talking, privacy, harassing behavior directed towards a certain individual or group by another individual or group with the intent of creating an intimidating, offensive, or hostile environment beyond the service with or without use of explicit or implicit threats is strictly prohibited. Posting, contact, or other the private information of any person, service, user, or not is also prohibited. 5. Multiple accounts while it is acceptable for users to maintain multiple accounts. We can and do track all accounts used on the same computer as when we consider them one account for the purpose of monitoring violations of these additional terms of use. If these additional terms of use are violated, it's barely enough to overrun the termination of one account. All known accounts held by that user or all accounts accounts while using the same computer address may also be banned at the trade Thursday crash on 6 violation and penalties topics and messages that violate these terms of use will be deleted from the boards and additional penalties may be applied at our moderate Thursday crash on the reposting delete violation is yours or those of others is also considered violation. Messages and topics may be removed at any time and for any reason at the sole discretion of our editors and designated moderators. User accounts may be warned, suspended, or revoked at any time and for any reason at the sole discretion of our editors and our designated moderators. All determinations of what is acceptable and unacceptable content will be determined solely by our editors and moderators. Intentional repeated or severe violations are a cause for the banning of your account at all for use of the boards from your address or your entire in such event. We also reserve the right to contact your concerning your activities. 7. Contacting you. We may contact you by email or postal email to provide you with information about the service or your account or to provide you with information about the special offers available only to service subscribers. 8. The no implementation of liability the service any software we may provide for the purpose of interacting with the service the software and all related documentation are being provided to you as is without warranty of any kind either express or implied including but not limited to the implied warranties of merge and ability and fitness for a particular purpose. How do we do it? Not warrant that the functions contained in the software or on service will meet your requirements. How do we do it? Not warrant that the service or the software will be uninterrupted, free of viruses or other harmful components. We are not responsible for content posted by our users. The note or written information or advice given by this or any of our authorized representatives shall create warranty or in any way increase the scope of this warranty above exclusion will not apply in any jurisdictions that does not allow the exclusion of implied warranties under the no circumstances, including without limitation negligence shall CBS Interactive any partner of CBS Interactive that may be involved in the distribution or provision of the software or the service or any of their respective officers or employees, directors, agents, licensees, or the signs be liable for any incident, special or consequential damages that result from their use or inability to use the service, the software, or related documentation, even if such parties have been advised of the possibility of those damages above exclusion will not apply in any jurisdictions that does not allow the exclusion of implied warranties in the no event shall our total liability to you for all damages losses and causes of action whether in contract or otherwise exceed the amount paid by you for the soft be bet